Student loans debt by gender. Oh yeah. Today today we're gonna like look at these articles about student loan debts again. I didn't really want to do this, but since us AG and Doug MPA is talking about this, since I'm just gonna talk about this a little bit, and then I'm gonna do something else on the next video. All right, it says women women faces larger debt burden on average than their male counterparts. It's no secret that large student loan debt is a problem for many people. Americans collectively owe more in student loan debt than grossly domestic product GDP of all 13 countries, and that the amount is only growing bigger over time. One to two, taking out debt is solid way to finance a higher education and can even help you recent graduate establish a healthy credit profile. However, the most economically vulnerable are often at risk of being unable to keep up with their payments. All right. When we analyze the student loan debt further by gender, it quickly becomes apparent that majority of the financial burden isn't being shouldered by men because men don't spend a lot of money like that. We spend to survive. We don't spend money on stuff we do not need. Women do. We don't need to do that. I think you guys already know that already. We don't need to spend that much money on anything we don't really need. We we spend money on things that are like we will use it until it's like not usable anymore. Women will just buy a Gucci bag, buy this, buy that, wear it one time, and just never wear it again. Men don't do that. We spend within our means. We can just save money and just not spend anything. Probably spend money. We as men will spend money on things like when we feel like we're ready to spend money on things like a console or a, a motorcycle or a car. You get what I mean? All right. It says key takeaways: student loan debt is the second highest source of household debt. Following housing, no, or following housing. The American Association of University Women AAUW estimates estimates that women held nearly 67% of all U.S. debt, student loan debt, are approximately nine 929 billion dollars. Oh my god, that's technically $1 trillion. Oh my god. Whatever, I guess. Black women owe the largest amount of debt, followed by white, Hispanic, Latina, and Asian borrowers. Female borrowers typically require more education to earn a wage equal to equal or less men. Oh, what should I? What it says? Equal to less time earning of males graduate just an associate degree. A woman may need to lease a master degree. According to the AAUW, most women will face a gendered wage gap. I always talk about that as soon as they graduate, which typically worsens as they age. Whatever you say, people are still talking about this gendered wage gap. Come on. Understanding student loan debt. Student loan debt is what owed to the leader, to the lender, the lender that provides the funding for the higher education. This money is often permanently used to pay your tuition, but also can be used for school supplies, basic necessities, anything else that borrowers purchases are during their academic career. Most students are unable to pay for college without financial aid, even if they receive funding from parents and our scholarship. Due to how the price of higher education has escalated over time, while it's possible to find a well-paid job after graduation, many aren't lucky. Many aren't so lucky or don't work in fields with high salaries, which will limit their ability to pay down their debt. I mean, like women, that happens to mostly women. Just to make you guys know who's in the dark. This can lead to a loan becoming delinquent due to late payment, and a situation that can lend the loan to defaulting. As a result, may struggling to graduate can take a major hit on their credit score on our credit report. No, no long after completing their education. AJ and Daniel P talked about this a lot, about women owing their debts, and it's just ruining their credit score. I just don't see why they're even going to college. They're not even gonna work for long. They're not gonna work for long anyways. So I don't even see the point. You're gonna take out all that money, then you can't pay it back. Yeah, these women are doomed for sure. And I see people still going to college. What? And getting these terrible degrees like sociology, social work, African American studies, and all this foolishness, gender studies. Who's gonna get all, who's gonna do all of these studies? Come on, let's be serious. In addition to affecting more than 43.4 million Americans and totaling more than 1.6 trillion, student loan debt also the highest source of household debt. The college attendance is high, but the cost of college education more than double compared to the prior generation. Meanwhile, household income have remained relatively static. This this difficulty really relative falls especially hard on women. Yeah, because it's always women. Women always be spending the most, but yet still they're complaining. The group faces numerous additional challenges that result in both higher loan balances and lower ability to pay down their debt. In which case, these gender discrepancies, our research throws light on some of the issues that disadvantage women, and look at what we could find on issue faced on non-binary gender gender non-conformative borrowers, as well as differences between cis and transgender borrowers. I mean, they are also the same. I don't even want to get into them. I don't even want to get into those type of people. I don't want this video to get shut down. Note, the name of certain groups used below may not be entirely consistent throughout the article to match the terminology used by our sources. For instance, although Inventopia performs identifier Latinx. This article uses the term as Hispanic and Latinx that represent how popular reported information. Also note that most of students are not done usually, so we will be reporting data from different years. Student student debt by gender breakdown, average student loan debt by gender and race. All right, women are purple and men are orange. Women also like women, especially black women. Wow, white women, they're literally up there. Asian and Hispanic, they're not too far off, but literally black women who owe the most, which I'm surprised about. I'm very surprised about that. Yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. This should be a lesson to most women. Please, just please, for the love of God, if you're gonna go to college, you're either gonna have to be a doctor or something. Stop getting these terrible useless degrees that doesn't do anything, that doesn't pay you a lot of money. What is even the point? I don't get it. What is even the point?